I reached for Liam's phone on the nightstand just to check the time. It lit up. Miss you already, baby. Last night was perfect. I blinked. No, I was seeing things. I opened the message. Can't wait till you finally leave her. You make me feel alive. My hand went cold. My chest tightened. Footsteps, Ava. Liam walked in, towel around his neck. Looking for something? I turned the screen to him. Who is she? He froze. For one long second, he didn't even blink. Put my phone down. Who is she? My voice cracked. Liam, just tell me. I'm misunderstanding. Please. He exhaled slowly, then walked past me. You weren't supposed to see that. You're not even denying it? It's not what you think. I laughed, bitter. Really? Then explain it to me. What is it? What am I thinking wrong? It's just happened. Okay. He rubbed his forehead. I didn't mean for you to find out like this. Like this. I stared at him. You've been sleeping with someone else, and the problem is how I found out. I didn't plan to hurt you. But you did, I whispered. Silence. I sat on the edge of the bed, gripping the sheets like they'd hold me together. How long? He didn't answer. Liam, I said again. How long? 3 months? 3 months. My voice went hollow. While you held me at night, while we made plans to move in together. Well, I trusted you. Better this way. What? I looked up. He met my eyes, flat and distant. We've been drifting. You know that. No, I shook my head. No, we haven't. I loved you. I still do. I thought you were just stressed from work. Thought we were fine. You were fine, he muttered. What's her name? He looked away. Say it, Liam. Claire. Claire. I whispered it like poison. Is she the same one you told me not to worry about? Shh, don't do this. I begged you not. To shut me out, I thought it was me. I thought I wasn't enough. You're not the problem, Ava. Then what is? I stood. Tell me, what did I do wrong? You didn't do anything wrong, he said quietly. Then why? I yelled. Why wasn't I enough? He didn't answer. Tears blurred my vision. I should have seen it. The late nights, the distance. God, I defended you. To everyone. To myself. I didn't mean to fall for her, he said. I went still. You love her? He didn't deny it. My heart cracked. So that's it. It's 3 years, gone, just like that. It's complicated. No, I said coldly. It's not. You cheated. You lied. You gave her what was mine. He flinched. Ava, I gave you everything. My time, my trust, my heart. Kay, and you just, what? Got bored. I didn't say that. You didn't have to. I grabbed my coat. Where? Are you going? Away from you? Ava, don't be dramatic. I turned sharply. You don't get to call me dramatic? You don't get to speak like this isn't your fault. I thought maybe we could talk. Talk. I laughed. There's nothing left to say. Don't. Walk away angry. I'm not angry. My voice trembled. I'm heartbroken. He took a step forward. I stepped back. Don't. You know, I didn't want this, but you chose it, I said. Every time you texted her. Every time you came home late. You chose her. I didn't know how to tell you. Then don't pretend to care now. His eyes fell. I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't unbreak me. I walked out the door. The air hit me like ice, but I didn't stop. My legs moved on their own. Didn't know where I was going. I just knew I couldn't stay. Everything we built, gone. Like it meant nothing, my hands shook. My chest ached. My mind screamed. But I kept walking. My phone buzzed. A message from him. Please be safe. I turned it off. I was done being his afterthought. For the first time, I had no idea who I was without him. But maybe this was where I started finding out. I haven't seen you in 3 days, Ava. Tessa's voice came through the phone. But I stared at the ceiling. You're scaring me. Say something. I'm fine. You sound like a ghost. Then hang up, I whispered. Silence. The call ended. I didn't move. The room smelled like old coffee and tears. I hadn't showered. I couldn't. Everything took too much energy. My phone buzzed again. 12. New messages, 3 missed calls. Tessa, I'm coming over. Open the door. I didn't reply. 10 minutes later, there was pounding. Ava. Open up. I stayed under the blanket. Ava, I swear to God, the lock clicked. You gave me a key, remember? Her voice echoed down the hall. Worst decision. You ever made footsteps? Then her standing in the doorway, hand on hip. Wow, she muttered. You smell like regret and expired cheese? I turned away. Get up. No. Yes. I don't want to. I don't care. She yanked the blanket off. You look like a horror movie. I'm tired of what? Life? Liam, I flinched. Don't say his name. Tessa sighed and sat beside me. You haven't eaten? You haven't left. The apartment, you've skipped work. I closed my eyes. I know. This isn't you. I don't know who I am anymore. You're Ava freaking Hart, she snapped. The girl who once punched a guy for cutting in line? I don't feel like her. I don't care what you feel like. You don't get to fall apart like this, not for him. I loved him. I know. Thought he was my future. She said softly. But he chose someone else. That's on him. I wasn't enough. Bullshit. She grabbed my chin. Look at me. He cheated because he's a coward, not because you're not enough. I gave him everything. And now give yourself something. I blinked at her. Like what? A shower? A meal? A reason to breathe? I don't know how to come back from this, then let me help you. I looked at her. Why are you still here? Because you'd do the same for me. My throat tightened. I hate that I still miss him. You're allowed to. I keep checking my phone. Hoping he says sorry. And what if he does? She asked gently. I don't know. You'd go back. I hesitated. Maybe. Then I'll break your phone. I almost smiled. Almost. She stood. Shower. Now you smell like betrayal. I groaned. That's oddly accurate. 10 minutes. Then food. I'm not. Hungry, you will be. I sat up slowly. My body felt like it had aged 10 years. She tossed me a towel. You're going to get through this. I don't believe that yet. Then I'll believe it for you. I stared at her. Thank you. Don't thank me yet. Making you eat real food and wear pants. Sounds like torture. It is, but you'll survive. I nodded, just barely. As I walked toward the bathroom, she called out, and no crying in the shower. I didn't reply, but I did cry, quietly. Because she was right. This wasn't who I was. I just didn't know how to be me again. Tessa, I really don't want to go. You promised, she said, arms crossed. 1 art show, 1 hour. Then ice cream. I didn't think I'd have to put on real clothes. You look fine. I look like I haven't slept in weeks. Which is true, she said, tugging me toward the entrance. But that concealer's doing God's work. I forced a breath. Fine. 1 hour, we stepped inside the gallery. Soft lighting, clinking glasses. Laughter I couldn't relate to. I reached for a water bottle. Looked up and froze. There he was, Liam laughing with her. Claire, she tucked her hair behind her ear. He leaned in, whispering something. They both laughed. My stomach flipped. Tessa followed. My gaze. Oh, hell no, don't, I whispered. Please, seriously. He brought her here. She's wearing his jacket. Of course she is, Tessa hissed. Look at her. All sparkly and smug. I think I'm going to throw up. You want me to spill this wine on her? Accidentally, of course. I shook my head. Then I saw her, his mom. Mrs. Rivera. She hugged Claire. A warm, welcoming hug. She never hugged me like that. She hated me. Is this a nightmare? I whispered. Tessa's jaw tightened. Want to leave? I know. Liam glanced our way. Our eyes met. He blinked, then looked away. I felt like someone had poured cold water down my spine. He saw me, I whispered, and did nothing. Tessa growled. Nothing. Claire kissed his cheek. I wanted to scream. Was with him for 3 years? I know. And now I'm a stranger. I know, Ava. Did I mean that little? No, she said. He just sucks. I laughed. It cracked. That's putting it lightly. I swear, if I had a purse brick, don't cause a scene. Why not? It's already put one on display. I turned away. Let's go. We walked out. Fast. My throat was tight. My eyes burned. I made it to the car before the tears came. I'm sorry, Tessa whispered. I thought I was healing. You are. Then why does this hurt so much? Because he was a big part of your life. He was my life. He shouldn't have been. I leaned against the window. He looked happy. It's fake. Maybe not. He's playing house with someone else while you're putting yourself back together. That doesn't make him ahead. Makes him shallow. She fits in with them. You don't need to fit in with people who made you feel small. I feel invisible. You're not. They didn't even acknowledge me because they know they're wrong. I covered my face. I feel stupid. Don't. I still miss him. That doesn't make you weak. I wanted to scream at him, ask how he could move on so fast, but you didn't. I wanted to slap Claire. Same, but I just stood there. Like a queen, she said. Calm, composed. I felt like crumbling, but you didn't. The silence in the car was heavy. Then I whispered, why wasn't I enough? You were more than enough, she said. They just didn't deserve you. I keep replaying it. I know every smile. Every kiss. Every time he said, he loved me. Memories don't just disappear. I wish they would. Oh, one day they will. I looked down at my shaking hands. Something broke in me tonight. No, Tessa said. Something woke up. What do you mean? You've been surviving? Today, you saw the truth, okay? You didn't run. You didn't collapse. I cried. You still showed up? That's strength. I stared out the window. I don't want to be this broken girl forever. Then don't. It's not that easy. No, she said. But it starts with moments like this. I hate that I still care. You won't forever. I wiped my eyes. Promise, promise. The pain didn't vanish. But something shifted inside me. A tiny, trembling voice whispered, you don't belong in his shadow anymore. Daniel, thank you for meeting with me, I said, trying to keep my hands from shaking. Of course, Ava. Always a pleasure. He smiled. Your application looked strong. Honestly, we were excited. I've led similar projects before, I said. I thought this role would be the next step. It made perfect sense, he agreed. Your interview was solid. Your presentation on point. So he shifted in his chair. There was some concern. He cleared his throat. We received a call. From someone connected to the board. I stared. What kind of call? Your emotional stability was questioned. Stomach dropped. Excuse me? They said you've been unpredictable lately, that hiring you could be risky. I sat frozen. Who said that? He hesitated. A Mrs. Rivera. My mouth went dry. Liam's mother. She's a long-time donor. I wanted to scream. She called me unstable. She mentioned something about a breakup and how it's affected your behavior. I've missed 1 day of work. 1. She made it sound like more. Did anyone even ask me for my side? Daniel's side? I wanted to. I pushed for you. But the board, I'm being punished for being cheated. I know how it looks. No, you don't, I snapped. You're sitting behind a desk telling me I'm risky because a wealthy woman didn't like me dating her son. It's politics, Ava. No, it's favoritism. We can revisit things in 6 months. Don't bother. I said don't. I stood up. I worked my ass off for this. I earned that role. I know you did. Then why am I still being treated like I'm disposable? He didn't answer. I walked out. I didn't cry. Not yet. Tessa called before I made it to my car. Well? She asked. I unlocked the door. I didn't get it. What? But you nailed the interview. They said I'm not a good fit. Did they say why? Because Liam's mom called and told them I'm emotionally unstable. You're kidding. I wish. Tessa cursed. I knew she hated you, but this is insane. She ruined it, Tess. She took that from me. You didn't lose anything. You were robbed. I feel so stupid. Don't. I should have seen this coming. How could you? Who expects to be backstabbed by their ex's mom? She's always hated me. And now she's trying to erase you. Well, she's doing a good job. You're not done, Ava. I'm tired. I get that. But you're not beaten. I don't know what to do anymore. Then create your own lane. I paused. What? Build your own thing. Something that's yours. I'm not that kind of person. Yes, you are. I don't even know where to start. You don't have to know. Just start. Easy for you to say you want them to keep winning? No. Then don't let them. I took a shaky breath. What if I fail? Then fail forward. Laughed weakly. You sound like a motivational mug. I am a motivational mug. With legs. Thanks, Tessa. I mean it. You've been through hell. And you're still standing, barely, but standing. I leaned my head against the steering wheel. What would I even build? I don't know yet, but you will? You really think I can do this? I know you can. I closed my eyes. Then I'll try. I swear, Ava, if you bail on this charity event, I'll drag you out in your pajamas, Tessa said, holding up a black dress. I don't want to go, I muttered, curled on the couch. You said that yesterday, 'cause I meant it yesterday. She sighed. It's been weeks. You need fresh air. People. Light. Something that doesn't smell like sadness and stale coffee. I'm not ready. You're not dead either, she said, tossing the dress at me. Put it on. Try not to. Look like someone ran over your soul. They did. Well, glue it back together with lip gloss and sarcasm. I groaned, but I got up an hour later. We were surrounded by too many smiles and clinking glasses. My heels pinched. I had throbbed. You look great, Tessa whispered. Even if you're faking it. I'm very committed to the performance. The spirit. Now go pretend to mingle. You're abandoning me. I see a guy I ghosted. I need to either apologize or escape. They'll be fine. I wandered toward the back, away from the noise. Toward the quiet. And that's when I saw him. He was standing near a small table, reading the back of a book someone had donated. Tall, clean cut, relaxed in a way that didn't feel arrogant. He looked up and caught me staring. Great, I turned to leave. Are you sneaking away too? He asked. I hesitated. Depends who's asking. Dr. Caleb Lane, neurosurgeon, socially awkward. Not great at parties. Impressive resume. He smiled. And you, Ava Hart, burnt out. Emotionally allergic to events like this. He held out a bottle of water. Want to hide over here? I took it. Is it that obvious? Only two people also hiding? We stood in silence for a moment. Wasn't awkward. He pointed to the book in his hand. Ever read this? Twice, I said. It ruined me. Then I definitely need to finish it. You're a surgeon who reads emotional fiction. I work with brains. Doesn't mean I don't have one. I laughed. Fair. I used to paint. Used to? Life got complicated. He nodded. Didn't ask more, just waited. It's hard to create when you feel like you've been broken, I added quietly. I think that's when you create the most, not for me. Maybe you just haven't met the right canvas. I looked at him. That's cheesy. I'm trying here. I smiled. You're doing fine. He sat on the edge of the table. Want to talk about it? No. Fair. But thank you. For what? Not pushing. I've been pushed too, he said. Didn't help. Why are you here? I asked. My sister dragged me, said I looked like a lonely Dr. Vampire. Her words, not mine. I laughed again. A real one this time. He glanced sideways. You don't trust people easily, do you? No. Especially not men. Definitely not men. Understandable. I narrowed my eyes. You're not flirting with me, are you? I don't know. Am I? I tilted my head. Are you always this calm? No. But right now, I want to be. Why? Because you seem like someone who needs calm more than compliments. That shut me up. I looked down at the bottle in my hand. You okay? He asked. I don't know. That's okay too, Kay. We sat in silence again. This time I didn't want to run. Finally, I said, You're different. He smiled. Keep saying that like it's suspicious. It is. I'll take it as a compliment. I don't know what I'm doing. You don't have to know. I'm not looking for anything. Not offering anything, he said. Just conversation. Maybe a second water bottle if you're lucky? I laughed softly. You really are awkward. Told you. I stood. I should go find my friend before she thinks I ran. He nodded. It was nice hiding with you. I paused. Yeah, it really was. Maybe next time we hide near the food table. Maybe. As I turned to leave, he called out, Ava. I looked back. You'll paint again? My chest tightened. You don't know that? I do, he said gently. It's in your voice when you talk about it. I didn't answer, just nodded and walked away. But for the first time in months, didn't feel like I was sinking. Is that paint on your cheek or a new kind of blush? Caleb asked, grinning as I opened the door. I was experimenting with what? Abstract warfare. Very funny, I muttered, wiping at my face. You brought coffee? Strong enough to wake the dead. I need it. It's the background. I painted last night looks like a sad bruise. He handed me the cup. Let's go fix it. We walked into my tiny studio. The sun filtered through the blinds. My latest canvas leaned crooked on the easel messy. But mine. I miss this, I said quietly. Making art, feeling like me. He didn't reply. Just sat on the stool and waited while I picked up my brush. We didn't talk much while I worked. I never hovered. Just watched, sipping coffee like it was a religion. You don't ask about Liam, I said, breaking the silence. Do you want me to? No. Then I won't. It's weird. What is? Being with someone who doesn't need. To dig into every scar. He looked at me. I see the scars. I just don't think I need to trace them to know they hurt. I stared at him for a long second. Then I went back to painting. A few days later, we went for lunch. Quiet cafe. Tucked between a bookstore and a plant shop. My kind of peace. You always order the same thing, Caleb said, pointing to my sandwich. It's safe. You ever try being unsafe? I already did. Ended with betrayal and cold coffee. He raised an eyebrow. You sure it wasn't? The coffee that broke your heart. I smiled. A real one. It felt strange, but good. Look who's laughing again, he said. Don't get used to it. I hope I do. We walked out, still teasing each other, when I heard a voice. Ava. I turned Noah. Liam single quotes as younger brother. Taller now. Same piercing gaze. Noah, hey, I said, stiffening. He looked between me and Caleb. You look different, Caleb. Offered a polite nod. I'll give you 2 a minute. As he stepped aside, Noah stepped closer. Is that your boyfriend? He asked. Why does it matter? It doesn't just you seem better. I blinked. Better, he nodded. Last time I saw you, you looked gone. I swallowed. I was. Noah studied me. Liam knows. Knows what? That you're seeing someone. That you're painting again. I didn't respond. He didn't take it well. It's not my problem anymore. He nodded slowly. He messed up. That's putting it lightly. Noah hesitated. I always liked you, Ava. I'm glad you're okay. I softened a little. Thanks. He started to turn, then stopped. You really do seem lighter. Didn't know what to say, so I just smiled. Caleb came back once Noah walked off. Everything okay? He asked. Yeah, just a ghost from the past. You want to talk about it? No, okay. We walked toward my car. My hands trembled slightly, but I wasn't spiraling. Wasn't crying. Instead. He said, I seem better. You are better. Am I? He stopped and looked at me. You're sleeping again? Painting again? Smiling? I guess. I don't need to guess. I looked down at the sidewalk. I didn't think I'd feel whole again. If you're not whole because of me, he said gently, you're healing because you decided to. I didn't think I had the strength. You do. You just forgot. We reached my car. I turned to face him. Thank you. For what? For not fixing me? I never wanted to fix you. Why not? Because you were never broken. Just bruised. That made something in my chest ache in a good way. Later that night, I stood in front of my canvas. My fingers moved without thinking. Bold strokes, deep colors. Emotion poured out like breath. I stepped back, paint on my arms. Heart calm. I finally smiled again. And this time, it didn't hurt. Ava, wait, please. I turned. My pulse didn't spike. My knees didn't buckle. There he was, Liam standing on the sidewalk like a ghost that never knew when to rest. I just want to talk, said, stepping closer. 2 minutes. I crossed my arms. Fine. 2 minutes. He looked different, older, maybe just heavier. I made a mistake, he began. You said that before. I know, but this time, Claire, she wasn't who I thought. Stop. I held up a hand. You don't get to blame her. Not okay, maybe a little. But she used me, Ava. Said all the right things, pretended to care like you did with me. His jaw clenched. That's not fair. It's exactly fair. I loved you. You destroyed me. I didn't mean to. You don't get to mean anything after what you did. He ran a hand through his hair. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I see you everywhere. And then I saw you with him. My chest tightened. With Caleb. Yeah, I stayed silent. He's not me, Liam said. Exactly. I was stupid. You were cruel. I regret everything. You should. I miss you, Ava. I looked at him. Really looked. His eyes were red, shoulders slouched, voice cracking. You're too late, I said quietly. He stepped forward. Don't say that. It's true. You loved me. I did, past tense. He shook his head. Can't just turn it off. I didn't. You did. When you kissed her, you let your mother call me unstable. When you moved on before the sheets were cold. I didn't know what I was doing, but I did. I spent weeks picking up my pieces while you played happy. I wasn't happy. And I'm not your savior. He looked up, eyes wide. I don't want saving, I want you. I blinked. You had me. I was scared. You were getting stronger, more independent. I felt left behind, so you punished me. I panicked, okay? And now you regret it. Every second I exhaled. I don't hate you, Liam. His eyes lit up. Then maybe, but I don't love you either. The light dimmed. You don't feel anything. I feel peace. He looked gutted. Is there someone else? Yes. Is it serious? I smiled. He didn't have to break me to realize my worth. Liam's voice cracked. Do you love him? I paused. I don't know yet, but I trust him. I feel safe. That's more than I ever felt with you. Tears welled in his eyes. I never meant to hurt you, but you did. Can we at least be friends? I raised an eyebrow. You think I need your friendship? He flinched. I miss being in your life. You lost that right. He stepped back. So that's it. It's closure. Still. Love you, he whispered. I didn't reply. Just walk past him. Please, he called after me. I kept walking. Caleb sat in the car, waiting. Window down, eyes calm. You okay, eh? He asked as I slid into the passenger seat. Yeah, I glanced. In the mirror, was that him? I nodded. You want to talk about it? No. He handed me a bottle of water. You don't have to. I sipped. My hands weren't shaking. My breath wasn't ragged. I thought I'd break when I saw him, I said. But you didn't. I felt nothing. That's something. It's everything. We drove in silence for a while, mind in my hair, heart in my chest, not on the floor. Do you want to go somewhere? Caleb asked. Anywhere quiet? I know a place. We parked by the lake. Trees swayed gently. The water shimmered. I told him I was happy now. I said, Caleb looked. Over are you? Yes. That's all that matters. I turned to him. He cried. And I didn't. He smiled softly. That's growth. I didn't think I'd get here. You did. I'm proud of me. You should be. We sat in the stillness. I watched a bird land on the water, wings wide, fearless. I don't want to talk about him anymore, I said. Then we won't. I want to talk about books, about trees, about anything else. Done. He leaned back. What's your favorite book right now? He nodded. The Art of Letting Go. Never read it. You're living it. He chuckled. Touché. I looked out at the water, felt its calm. I finally chose me, and I wasn't going back. You sure about this? Tessa asked as we pulled up to the building. I stared out the window. Okay. The place looked smaller now. I need to see it. She nodded. Want me to come in? No, I think I need to do this alone. She reached over and squeezed my hand. Call if you change your mind. I stepped out slowly, key still somehow in my purse after all this time. The lobby smelled, the same like cheap floor polish and something faintly burnt. The elevator creaked like it always did. Floor 3. Apartment 3B. My hand hovered over the doorknob. Come on, I whispered to myself. It's just a space. I pushed the door open, empty, silent, dust in the corners, scuff marks on the wall. But it was still mine like a ghost. Of the girl I used to be was still here, sitting on the floor, crying into a pillow that smelled like him. Wow, I whispered. I walked in, no furniture, no curtains. Just memories. This was where I'd collapsed after Liam left. Where I hadn't eaten for days. Where I stopped painting. Where I screamed until I lost my voice. I walked to the corner near the window. This is where I fell apart. I murmured, but I didn't cry. Not this time. I sat down. You survived this. I said to myself, you lived through it. The silence wasn't heavy. It was clean, soft. I reached into my bag and pulled out the letter I'd written, taped it to the inside of the kitchen cabinet. To whoever moves in, you might cry here. You might feel lost here. But you will rise too. Trust, my did. Smile. No bitterness. No ache. Just peace. I stood up, brushing dust off my jeans. My phone buzzed. Caleb, you okay? Me, yeah, I'm better than okay. Caleb, need anything? Me, no, just breathing, thinking. Caleb, proud of you. I put the phone away and looked around one last time. Goodbye, I whispered. Back outside, Tessa leaned against the car. How was it? I left a note, I said. She raised an eyebrow, like a creepy ghost. I laughed, a hopeful one. She unlocked the car. So what now? I smiled. Now I live. Big words, I mean it. You're done with the past? Think? The past's done with me. We pulled onto the road. I watched the building shrink behind us. I'm proud of you, Tessa said. Me too. You feel free for the first time in a long time. She reached for the radio. Then we celebrate. I leaned back, closed my eyes and whispered, I chose me. And that was enough. Are you nervous? Caleb asked, his hand gently brushing mine as we stood outside the gallery. I exhaled slowly, a little, mostly stunned. You should be proud. I am. I paused, looking at the people walking inside. A year ago, I couldn't even get out of bed. And now your work is the centerpiece, he said, grinning. Don't say that, I'll pass out. He laughed. Then I'll catch you. I looked up at the sign above the door, emerging voices. My name was on the list. Ava Morgan, I whispered. Still feels fake. Real to me, he said. Inside the gallery buzzed with soft music and clinking glasses. People moved between canvases, murmuring, pointing, miring. I spotted her instantly, Tessa, waving wildly near the back wall. There it is. She beamed as I walked over. I stopped in front of it. My painting. Rebirth. A woman standing alone. In the center of a shattered world, pieces around her glowing. Not broken, becoming something new. I remember when you started this, Tessa said. You cried halfway through. I didn't think I'd finish it. You did more than finish it, she said. You lived it. I didn't even plan to show it. You needed to, Caleb said softly behind me. You needed to let it go. I turned, meeting his eyes. I think I did. Tessa sipped her wine, then nodded toward the corner. Did you hear? About... She pulled out her phone and turned the screen toward me. Headline: Liam Rivera resigns amid financial scandal, Claire Matthews involved. I stared at it. A photo of them, disheveled, pale, empty. Caleb leaned in. You okay? I nodded. Weirdly, yes. No rage, no gloating. None. I meant it. Tessa squinted. Come on, not even a little bit of a smug grin. I smiled faintly. Don't need to gloat. That's not who I am anymore. He got what he gave, she muttered. I don't want his name in my mouth tonight, I said. This is my moment. Caleb reached for my hand again. You've come so far. Feels like another lifetime. He tilted his head. You're not that same girl. No, I said. I'm someone I actually like now, Tessa raised her glass to Ava. To Rebirth, I clinked my glass with hers. To choosing myself. People stopped in front of my painting. One woman whispered, That's powerful. Another asked, Is the artist here? Caleb nudged me. That's you, you know. I still don't believe it. Well, believe it, he said. You're not invisible anymore. I don't need to be seen by everyone, I said. Just by the right people. He smiled. I see you. Tessa winked. And I support you. But don't get too famous or you'll forget us. I laughed. It's impossible. We stood there a while longer, watching strangers absorb a piece of me on that wall. Do you remember the first thing I said to you? Caleb asked. I thought back. You asked if I liked silence? He nodded. And you said it was your favorite. Sound I still think it is. He looked at the painting again. That woman in the center, that's who you've become. Not broken, just becoming. Exactly. Tessa came up beside us again. So what's next? I don't know, I said. But for the first time, that excites me. No plans, just peace. Tessa exhaled. That's rare. I looked at Caleb and love. The kind that doesn't ask me to shrink. His fingers squeezed mine. No shrinking allowed. I spent so long thinking I had to earn love. I said, now I just let it in. Tessa raised a brow. Deep, Miss Morgan. I've had time to think. She grinned and grow. I looked around the gallery one last time. The girl I used to be wouldn't recognize me now, and that's a good thing.